Hello, this video will go over the different learning environment typologies and how each relates to equity, access, and inclusion. Formal learning environments are typically characterized by explicit learning goals being defined by the instructor or institution. While formal LEs provide a structured and organized curriculum, they can be expensive and inaccessible, especially for low income learners. In non formal learning environments, the structure is still defined externally, but there is more flexibility and learner control over the objectives and level of participation. However, recognition processes and validity of non formal learning remains marginal and small scale. Informal learning environments emphasize undefined and serendipitous learning where the learner sets the goals and objectives. Issues with access and equity can arise when these spaces are dependent on access to a wireless network or a mobile device. Individual learning environments involve students working independently on a task or goal. Students with disabilities may have difficulty with the high cognitive load of this environment if not given the proper accommodations. Collaborative learning environments are characterized by learners actively interacting to complete tasks. Members of a group could have unequal access to resources or varying life circumstances that affect their ability to participate in these collaborative LEs. Physical learning environments involve in person learning and the range of physical properties where learning is occurring. Physical learning spaces may not be as flexible or accessible for individuals with disabilities if not designed with these learners in mind. Virtual learning environments are solely online and learning is facilitated through some type of virtual platform. Virtual LEs can provide the flexibility and accessibility of course content without learners having to physically commute. However, we should keep in mind the digital divide in both access to technology and digital literacy training. Adaptive learning environments are flexible and personalized learning experiences that adjust to learners' diverse needs. The cost of implementation is a barrier to adaptive LEs due to limited resources, time, and training on individualized learning. Non adaptive learning environments usually contain a standardized curriculum that does not change. This one size fits all approach can result in disengagement or less motivation for learners whose needs are not met, especially learners with disabilities not receiving accommodation. Synchronous learning environments involve real time interactions either in person or through live online media. Access to reliable internet or devices during scheduled times can be a barrier for some learners. Asynchronous learning environments allow students to access learning content on their own time and interactions with others are not in real time. Learners may experience decreased motivation or a sense of belonging in asynchronous LEs. Open learning environments refer to course content being free and accessible to the public. However, less accountability in open LEs could lead to higher learner attrition and be limited to those with technology access. Lastly, closed learning environments typically limit who has access to course content to paid or credentialed members. Closed LEs can be less accessible due to high costs and prerequisites.